So you've just started GTA Online. You've been peer pressured from your friends. Maybe you've all of a sudden just started to watch content creators play through, stream it, and you want a bit of the action. Unfortunately, when you start, you can't do everything that they're doing. Reason for this game is a grind. You need to have money. The more money you have, the more activities you can participate in, which will ultimately give you more money to then spend on even more activities. But at the beginning, you have nothing. So in this video, we're going to be going through exactly how you can get your very first million. And this is actually a lot easier than you think. And depending on how you start will depend on how much money you're able to make right at the beginning. And what I mean by this is if you have the normal standard GTA Online, which was released years ago, you will go in, you'll customize your character, and you'll go through the tutorial. But if you have the next gen version, you'll have access to something which is called your criminal career. And this is actually an introduction where Rockstar will give you a couple million for you to get started. From this, you can purchase vehicles, you can purchase weapons, and you can also buy into your very first business. And we recommend going for the nightclub because this will pay out massively much later on. It's actually the best money maker once it is all fully set up compared to any of the other businesses that you have available right here. And if you follow our ultimate beginner's guide, where we do go through GTA Online as a separate video, you will see the most efficient way in which you can go through this. And this will allow you to have just under $1 million left over, making it a lot easier for you to achieve your first million. But no matter which edition you have, after that, there is a tutorial. You'll either have a tutorial with Lamar or you'll have the next gen tutorial, which requires you to go to various locations and even go into your business for the very first time, depending what you selected. But after that, if you're really looking to make money, the process that you go through is exactly the same no matter which edition you have. Our first recommendation is that you go through a treasure hunt. The treasure hunt can be started within your very first hour of GTA Online. You will receive an email showing you a rough location for the first part of the treasure, and there are 3 parts in total. Once you get close to each location, it will be marked as a large yellow area on the map. And you could go through this guessing exactly where it is going to be placed, or, and my recommendation is that you just type in treasure hunts GTA Online into YouTube and you will find a tutorial. Completing this will give you a double action revolver, and by getting 50 headshots on NPCs with this weapon, you'll receive an extra $250,000. So this puts your current balance at 250k. Next up, we recommend going through a time trial. Each week, a new time trial arrives in GTA Online. By completing this, you will be rewarded with 100,000. However, you will need a motorbike to complete this. This will cost about 15,000, but it's a one-time purchase and it really isn't that high of a price. But it does mean that you will be able to make an extra 100,000 every single week with every single time trial that you go through. Incredibly easy. And as you've only just started GTA Online, this will be available to you. This takes your current balance up to 335,000. Next up, we have bounty missions. At the beginning of the game, you'll receive a message from Maud with a location of a bounty target. There'll be 5 different targets, all given to you at different times. Capturing a target will reward you with 10,000, so completing all 5 will result in an extra 50,000. Doing this will reward you with a stone hatchet, and by killing 25 NPCs with this hatchet, you'll be rewarded with an extra 200,000. This means just by going through the bounty missions and completing all the objectives which are available, you can earn up to 250,000 in total. This will take your current balance at this point up to 585,000. Once that's completed, we can go into our next treasure hunt. There are actually loads of collectible locations, loads of treasure hunts available within GTA Online, and it's worth going through them. But the next best one is the Slasher. This is a treasure hunt, murder mystery, plus also trying to escape from a serial killer. This involves you finding 5 different clues, each being different body parts. Each clue will reward you with 5,000, totaling up to 25,000 once you find all 5. With 4 of these locations, it's pretty easy. You just need to head to the correct location. And yet again, if you just type in /treasure hunt GTA Online, you will find maps as well as tutorials on YouTube. But with one of these locations, it's random, making this slightly trickier, but still, there's a limited amount of places in which it can be located, so you just need to go through each and every single one until you actually come across the spawn. But once you find all 5, you will get a message saying that someone is coming to hunt you down. This is the serial killer. At that point, the best thing for you to do is go to the Sandy Shores airfield. It's generally seen as the best location for this because between the time of 7 PM and 5 AM, the slasher is going to hunt you down. This becomes a dynamic event. And if you're in an open area, it becomes a lot easier. The slasher does have quite a bit of health. It takes a bit more to take him down than anyone else, but the second that you put some bullets in, he's going to fall to the ground. You just keep on shooting and he will die. After completing this, you will be rewarded with a Navy revolver and also you'll get $50,000, which isn't that much in the grand scheme of things when we compare it to some of the other activities that we've gone through. But just like some of the other activities, with this Navy revolver, if you get 50 kills on NPCs, you will be rewarded with an additional 200,000 on top, taking a total up to 275,000 for completing all of this. Once you add that to the overall balance, we're now up to 860,000. And that brings us on to our last activity. This is flight school. In all honesty, at this stage, because we're approaching 1 million, you could honestly do any activity. If you want to go into races or general contact missions, you can do that and it will not take that long in order to reach $1 million. However, by completing all 10 of the Los Santos flight school missions in GTA Online with a gold medal, you will be rewarded with $232,500, taking the total up to $1,092,500. But as said, if this is too difficult to go through, you could just go through any of the races, any of the different missions available, or any of the activities that Rockstar are giving double or even triple money for that week. The cool thing is that we've done all the easy stuff up until this point to get around $800,000, $900,000. So whatever you do later after this is just a bit extra. And this is how you can earn your very first million. And depending on what we mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you've gone for the standard GTA Online, this will be your first million. But if you've gone through the criminal career, because this is part of the next gen version that you're playing, you're probably going to be closer to 2 million. In fact, you'll be over it if you go through everything that we've gone through within this video. You now have 2 million, and this is more than enough for you to start looking at buying into your first lot of businesses. It'll even be enough for you to buy into the Kosatka submarine, which will give you access to the Cayo Perico heist. This costs 2.2 million, but if you're lucky, you may get it on a week where it's discounted and you can get it for a fraction of the price. But for this, you just need to head over to the music locker, go downstairs, go through the 5-10 minute cutscene, leave, buy the Kosatka submarine, and you can start the Cayo Perico heist. This will give you $1 million every single time that you complete it, and it's not that difficult. The first time that you go through, you will need to go through the setup missions and get everything sorted, which is a bit tedious. But once done, you never really have to do it again. Well, not to that scale. The setups become extremely easy and the whole thing can be completed in less than an hour, with each successful playthrough giving you $1 million every single time. Even though it's been nerfed over the years, this is still one of the best ways in which you can grind money within this game. And that's really what we're trying to push for. But anyway guys, this is exactly how you can earn your very first million within GTA Online. This is the most efficient way and the fastest way that you can go through it, no matter your skill level within the game. And once done, you can start buying into the other activities which are going to give you a much higher return. Now we did just mention it a bit, but if you are interested in learning how to go through the Cayo Perico heist, then that video is now on screen. Click that and I'll give you a step-by-step tutorial on exactly what is the most efficient way for you to go through this. That way you can spend less time guessing and more time making money. So click that video and I'll be over there to show you absolutely everything.